Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I saw a lot of groups struggling actually today on the Spider Queen epic mode, so I thought, isn't it a good idea to bring up a guide? So I hope you enjoy the guide and have fun watching the video. As you can see guys, the tank is starting on the left side on one egg. That's like basically the first strategy you want to do in this run. You see the tank is starting on the eggs. He's going like counterclockwise, popping 4 eggs, 4 green eggs. All the ranged DPSs are focusing the ads. For now it's very important, like you have some bad classes that are like very terrible on ads, for example Skyfire Mage. So Skyfire Mage will just stay on the boss for boss damage. This is very important. Also you have a Paladin which is like pretty shitty in running behind ads and bursting them, so you can put like at maximum half of the DPSs on the boss, and the other 3 DPSs here, Lynx, Resto and Kaisi, they have to focus the ads to kill them. The tank will rotate clockwise until this marker, and then he will stop. Let's continue with the video so I can explain later the next steps. Also, you see those green puddles, they will spawn at a certain time. You have like a big debuff number, so make sure you're not dropping them below other players and you move out afterwards. As you can see here now, they are dropped, so everyone is moving out of the green circle. Boss will be tanked here on the left, so the boss shape will destroy the white eggs. Make sure you're not hitting any green eggs, like here in the top or here in the back, so you're not spawning all the spiders at the same time, because if you spawn all the spiders at the same time and there's no tank to AoE taunt them, your healers will die because they will take the aggro from healing. As you can see, I will just finish attacking and keep attacking the boss until it moves and the spiders are done. Yeah, bro, it is what it is, you know. Can't wait 3 minutes. At this point of the boss, you see 2 Devour eggs spawning, right? Those eggs are starting to be connected with one of the players, and you will be pulled into them. When you get completely pulled into them, you're gonna insta die. So you want to walk against them, and at the same time you want to attack them and destroy them in the epic mode. This is very important. You're not focusing the boss, and then your main damage should be on the egg. Just a bottle of water can wait.
Water.
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 As you can see here right now, after the both white eggs dying, like being destroyed, you're gonna pop the last 2 spiders on the right side, so you have enough damage and time to kill them fast enough. At this point of the boss will teleport in the middle and creates a big purple AoE around himself. You want to make sure that you're like far away from the circle and not standing on top of it. Otherwise you're getting massive damage and the healers has to heal. You have to pop defensives, or you're gonna insta die if you're like way too close. You can keep attacking the boss. As you can see, like you can, as a range, you can easily attack the boss during this phase. The meaties will kill the ads in best case. Right here, you're gonna see the spell, the boss casting a skill called Expel. Expel will knock back all the players, like starting from the boss, so that's why we group behind the boss, so we're not getting knocked out of the area. Also make sure you're not getting knocked back into any of the green ads, because otherwise you're spawning them when you stand on top of them. And make sure you're neither getting knocked back into the white eggs, because they will explode, deal like 70% of your HP and will knock you back, most likely off the platform. No. At this point you just want to burst the boss to 70% for the next mechanical push. Here also we have 2 slime spiders left. Make sure you kill all the spiders before you're leaving to the next platforms.
We pushed it again.
As you can see now, every player got a purple or a green symbol above their head. As you can see here on the left, the arrows. This means all the people with the green symbol has to go to the left side, and all the people with the purple symbol has to go to the right side. First, we want to kill the slime spiders to make sure there's no spiders left, because if you leave them, they will kill you and give you like all the debuffs, you know, everyone gets a debuffs on far range when you're not killing the spiders, so we don't want those debuffs during the next phases of the boss, so we kill all of the ads. Also make sure you're not standing in the middle, because there's like a tier, like a sticky ground. When you're standing in there, you're getting heavily slowed and you're not gonna be pushed. Compared to the Also, if you're not fast enough in pushing the boss to 70%, every player will get like a green purple mixed AoE around them. That's the point where your whole team has to spread, because if you're like stacking on each other, the stacking persons will be slowed and you can't move fast enough to your you can't move fast enough to your dedicated position. Look, I have a purple marker above my head, so I go to the purple arrows on the right side. All the green ones go into the left side. Randoms. Go away. Make sure you're not getting caught in this in this black AoE loading or starting to fill the room. Split, run. You see the circle now. This is basically the circle I mentioned earlier. In this circle, you shouldn't stack on the player. I stacked here with Moofy. That's why I'm like heavily slowed. I'm telling him to move. You can see it takes 10 seconds to disappear, so you gotta make sure that you're like spacing out on the while walking above like across the bridge. Run. Here. I'm good. Just run. Like I'm waiting here for him because I'm a class with 2 dashes, right? I'm kinda late here because the mechanic spawned on us and we got slowed. So it was basically doomed if I'm not like a dashing class. So I told him to go run and I will wait here because I can dash and make it faster. You now see the boss passing. At this point, all the ranges can attack the boss from the bridge, but you want to make sure that one person is in the back. Both healers playing their Dispel ultimates. So for the next mechanic on this bridge cross or bridge walk, you can keep DPS the boss here. If you bring it down from 70 to 60%, it's gonna get a shield where you can't deal any more damage. That would be ideal.
I think we're gonna get feared here.
As you can see, the spider clone is spawning a green web on the ground. If you're standing or like running through this green web, you will be heavily slowed and probably not make the crossover the bridge, because the bridge will fall apart at some point. So you gotta be quick. Just run. As you can see here, I will scroll back a little. Run. I'm good. Just run. To show you guys again.
I think we're gonna get feared here.
Here, it pops up on your screen. Shadow Spider has appeared. Focus on dispersing its panic effect. You see this little spider here behind me? If this little spider hits you, you're gonna get feared and you're automatically walking off the bridge. The healer needs to cast a dispel on the furthest back person that gets hit by the spider. So ideally you want to have a blink, like a dash class here. So you can tank the fear, make sure you're positioned in the middle. So you give your healer more time. If your healer is fully focused on you, you can just stay wherever and the healer will insta-dispel you. If you're not dispelling, you will be like mind controlled and you will run off the bridge and die. As you can see here, I got hit by the spider now. You can see this purple little icon above my character. It means that I'm feared. Here as well the debuff. 6 seconds. If I'm not getting dispelled, I can't move and I will die. I'm feared. So at this point, healer uses his dispel and I can like fully control my character and I can start walking across the bridge. Perfect. I gotta be careful and dodge the green webs. The boss is spawning. Sometimes you can now I can go like DPS the boss. Maybe we are pushing it to 60%. So yeah, that's a good DPS right here. For the second platform, there's two possible ways. This one is the purple way that I'm gonna explain now, like the purple platform with the purple markers. Make sure when the tank is appearing on the purple side that you're gonna pop one egg. There will be 4 green eggs, but don't pop the white ones. Never touch the white ones. The white ones are irrelevant. Only the green ones are spawning those slime spiders. Make sure the tank is like stepping on them and tanking the aggro from the spider, but also tanking the aggro from the boss. As you can see, when the boss moves into the middle, you will need to interrupt the boss. In best case, you will wait until the timer says like 1 second or 1.5 seconds or 0.5 seconds, depending on how good and how fast you are with the interrupt. If you're interrupting the boss, you have less time. Like, this is not the best interrupt because it was instant. You will have less time to kill the boss or to do damage or to kill like the spiders surrounding the boss. So make sure you always like stall the interrupt. Now here we're gonna focus the spiders to kill the slime spider. There's an AoE, the healer needs to pop some defensive for us, but don't use your 6 here. It's not that important to use it at this point. But make sure the healer's gonna keep you healed. As you can see, the tank lost the aggro from the spider, so our DPS got insta-killed. This should never happen, so make sure as a tank, when you step on the spiders, you're gonna taunt them and you're still hitting them. Because if you're running too far and not hitting them anymore, they're gonna swap aggro at some point if they're not dying fast enough. So at this point you should be popping the second spider, as you can see. So everyone attacking the spider and nuking it down real fast. Our DPS gets revived and we are back. Didn't pay attention. Now when the spider goes up, we're coming to the next mechanic on this platform. For this platform, the spider is going up, it's the purple side. She will spawn 2 spawning spiders. Those spawning spiders will spawn more of those green eggs. So your goal is to insta-nuke those spiders to prevent them spawning more eggs for you. Because the more eggs, the more spiders you have to kill, the longer you take to push the boss. I will pop my inscribe on. In this point, it's very good to have 1 inscribe stone from the 3 DPSs that are on your platform to use it here to insta-kill them spiders.
Purple outside.
So you're just faster in killing them. The tank will continue to spawn these adds. Here you can see the next mechanic happening. The tank will continue to pop the eggs on the purple side. Important guys, purple side. You don't want to stand in the middle of the area when the boss goes up. This happens only after the boss went up and spawned those 2 spiders. Because it's like the Devourer eggs from before. You're gonna get pulled in from this web. So you gotta walk against it, like run away from it. Otherwise you will insta-die in the middle. Pop 1 more. Maybe even pop both. Now we are popping the eggs to make sure we have good damage. So I called him, should pop the second egg, pull it on the boss so we can AoE cleave him, and then the spider dies.
You guys focus, boss.
At this point, the next mechanic is another white big egg, the Devourer egg. So you make sure you're not gonna stand like close to it and you insta-kill the white egg. As you can see, we're gonna insta-kill the white egg because this white egg will be connected to the other group and their egg will be connected to you and is trying to pull you off the area, like off the platform. In this point, you have free window for damage. So you're gonna full burst the boss at this point, trying to push it to 40%. No spider eggs left, green ones. So we are good to transition into the next phase. Spread
out.
Make sure you're gonna spread out. The boss is casting Shadow Chaos. This is the same debuff than before on the first platform. If you're stacked, you're being slowed. We want to avoid that. So just make sure you're spreading. have inscript soon? No.
Yeah, I will have it as
We
well.
should
But I
push it.
think yours is enough. Use
At this
yours.
point, just
I
push the
believe
boss
mine
to
quite a bit.
40%. This is the same purple area as we know from platform 1. Make sure you stay outside of it. And now, because the boss is close to 40%, make sure you're gonna stand on the position where Hypercross is right now, because there will be the next bridge to pass to the last and final platform. Now the rangers will just push the boss to 40%. The tank accidentally pressed his button and jumped into the boss. This shouldn't be happening. He just misclicked his keyboard. So yeah, at this point you just want to wait here, push the boss to 40%. The healer pops his 6, so we are not dying. And we will run across the bridge. On the bridge, the same mechanic will happen. This boss gets a shield on 40%. We can't damage him anymore, so everyone gets ready to pass the bridge. As you can see, we get those slowing AoE again. So make sure if you cross the bridge, the healer is first, because the healer is the one person that needs to dispel the last guy. Make sure one is running on the left, one is running on the right, and then you do a second column, and one is in the back alone, as you can see. Here right now I'm using potion to support the healers. As you can see, I'm telling them I will be last to tank the spider again.
Can we? I can't.
I think these.
It's
Yeah.
fine with one tank.
Please tank the boss. AoE not into. Now I'm gonna show you the green side of the boss. We started with the purple side. Now I'm gonna explain the green side. As you can see in the background, we just crossed the bridge. Make sure you're gonna interrupt the boss and delay it as much as you can. We're gonna pop those spiders. We have super good DPS here, so we are popping like a lot of spiders at the same time. You're just gonna find your own sweet spot here to kill those spiders and how many you can pop. I would suggest to pop 2 at a time. Don't go over 2 because it's gonna be like very hectic for the healers. Here you can see the boss is going up. Is spawning 2 spawning spiders. Those are spawning the green eggs. Make sure you're gonna kill all the green eggs afterwards. Here you want to focus the spiders. Someone used his inscribe stone, as you can see. Our necromancer, he's like insta bursting those spawning spiders. We're gonna just focus the green eggs. Those guys spawned. As you can see here, when the boss is going up, there's gonna happen like one of those green like rains. Make sure you're gonna stack in the middle because the green side is going to give you a knockback. The purple side, it's important to stay outside of the middle. On the green side, you want to be in the middle to avoid getting knocked back from the platform or off the platform. As you can see, now we're getting knocked back. Everyone was close enough in the middle, so we're not no one fell down, so we are moving back into the middle. Make sure the healer is healing the damage, and make sure you're always 100% HP, or you pop like a shield or a potion before this knockback is happening, because it actually does a lot of damage. Now we're just gonna pop both of the last eggs of the green ones. We're just gonna kill them. When the boss comes down, we're gonna switch back to kill the boss. I'm popping my inscribe stone here to make sure we're gonna fast push this boss. It's on 50% right now. Nothing is happening. Now the white egg is spawning. Make sure you kill the white egg instant, so your other team is not getting pulled off the platform. It's super simple. You can just AoE cleave into here, or you just swap the focus. Just make sure you kill it because it's kind of annoying getting pulled. As you can see now, casting shadow cast, same as on the purple side. You want to spread so you're not slowing each other. Now our goal is to push the boss to 40% so we can transition into the next phase. The boss is casting Venom Surge here. Make sure the healers are just healing the party with either your 6, Inscribe Stone, or just basic normal skill rotations. Another Shadow Chaos is happening. Just stay spread over the whole time of this. We push the boss to 40%. As you can see, we're kind of dropping low, so you make sure the healers can heal you up at that point. In worst case, just use a potion or use your shields. And now we're transitioning to the end platform. At this point, one tank, like the off tank that is not tanking, that's not gonna tank the boss, will go and pop some eggs. So you want to make sure every time you have time, like this, while they're fusing, you wanna pop those eggs and kill those spiders.
Doing any ads?
Pull ads on the bottom here. Go, go, go. I will
Holy
inscribe
shit.
stone the spawning bigs in the middle.
Yeah, I
Make
can
make sure you kill the
Okay, you guys
make sure
focus
you
the
kill
ads.
the ads.
Go back.
And at this point, when the boss is going up, the boss finished his fusion, is going up. It's spawning 3 big spawning spiders. Just make sure the whole group will nuke all these spiders as fast as possible. You can use some inscribe stones if you feel like if you're missing DPS or anything is happening, but don't overuse like too many inscribe stones. Just communicate in your group. When the spider is going up, this is like the final fusion of the spider. Make sure you're gonna stay in the middle first. So everyone wants to stack in the middle. Here right now, the tank is kinda late, so we gave him speed buff. But just make sure after you kill the spawning spiders, you're gonna go into the middle. Because now it's gonna be a knockback. You want to be as centered as possible, so you're not getting knocked off the edge. The tank was actually kind of close here because he was so far away from the middle, but he made it. As you can see, one more small spider. Now make sure after this knockback, because this is the fused boss, after the knockback, he will do this black hole in the middle, and you have to be far from the middle, otherwise you're getting sucked in and you die. Here's the web again, it's trying to pull you in, you have to walk against it. Try to kill the spiders at that point, like you have a lot of time here while the boss is doing animations and everything. You pop some spiders, some DPS are focusing the spiders, and some DPSs are focusing the boss. You can feel free to burst potion here, use your inscribe stones. Make sure you're gonna put those puddles not on top of everyone, not on top of the boss, so everyone has like a little space to attack the boss. The boss is gonna do like a green cone. You wanna make sure to always face and bait this cone attack towards an area where no eggs are left, so you're not hitting any eggs or exploding them, at least for the green ones. The white ones doesn't matter. If you're gonna hit the white ones, this pizza attack will just destroy the eggs. At this point, I am just bursting the boss. The other guys are killing the ads. When I have some spells ready, I will kill the ads as well. But as a fire mage, it's not that easy to kill ads because of the heat bomb. Here, at this point, it's just a repetition of the boss. The 2 white eggs are spawning. We are just gonna nuke those eggs. Make sure you're not getting sucked in too crazy. So you have to walk like in the different direction of the egg where it's pulling you. You finish the eggs. Make sure you're gonna keep focusing the boss. And now it's basically just kill the boss. We cleared all the green ads in the area. The purple AoE again, make sure you're gonna go far out of it. Healers popping their cooldowns and healings here, like they're 6. After this purple area, make sure you're gonna pull the boss on like the edge. Like as you can see here, Winter Rose and Hypercus are pulling the boss towards the edge, because a knockback is gonna happen. The same like on platform 1. It's always after this purple AoE around the boss. Make sure everyone is behind the boss. The tanks can move after the boss started casting this X-Spell skill here in the top left. At this point, we're just gonna get knocked back and we kill the boss. I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. As you can see, our DPS here kinda decent. We finally killed the boss. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and I hope you're gonna kill it soon with your group.